Hey guys, I'm back with chapter 13. Sorry I got cut off. I got a spam call and I tried to delete it, but it stopped my video. So I'm at chapter 13, The Tangle, and she's with Landon right now. Don't! Ashley jerked her hand back. She stopped walking and faced him. If I wanted you to see me, I'd... Before she could finish, Landon did a sudden gasp. Ashley! He pointed to the gum side of her hair. You have... I know. Ashley folded her arms and stared at Landon. I don't exactly want the whole world to see this newest bad situation. Someone accidentally... She paused. You know what? It doesn't matter. It was Elliot. I saw him talking to you. Landon brought his hand to her hair and then changed his mind. You're not going to get that out. Thank you. Ashley gave him a look. I sort of figured that. Landon studied her. But you'll still look pretty with short hair. So don't worry. Short hair? Never mind the part about being pretty. Now she was really angry. For your information, I've always had long hair. A piece of gum doesn't mean short hair. The expression on Landon's face told her he had his doubts. Okay. He couldn't take his eyes off the smashed gum. A smile came up his face. He looked right at her. I will say, now that's a tangle. Ashley stared at him. You think you're so funny, Landon. Actually, he chuckled. I think you're so funny. Something about the way he said that made Ashley laugh too. They reached their front steps of the school, and Ashley saw her mom waiting in the van. She didn't want another person to spot her hair crisis. I have to go. Another giggle came from her because that tangle line really was funny. Okay, see you, Ashley. Landon turned and walked down the sidewalk toward the buses. How could someone be both annoying and funny at the same time? She might have to process that one later. 2 more boys from her class were walking her way. Ashley raced for the van. The second she was buckled in, she slammed the door and turned to her mom. Go, please, Mom, panic pounded in Ashley's heart. Drive. Hello to you too, Mom sounded caught off guard. What's wrong? We need to wait for your siblings. Ashley flipped down the visor and stared at herself. I can't wait. The longest whimper came from her. I'm destroyed. Again. Ruined. She turned to her mother. Look at me. Ashley, Mom stared at her. Disbelief colored her eyes. I've never seen so much gum. Ashley's hands came up over her face and stayed there. I know. Her words came muffled through the cracks between her fingers. I need a bag. She peered over her fingertips. For my head, she blinked. And I hate scissors near my face. As you know, Mother, from past experience. Carrie and Aaron and Luke made it into their van, so finally they could drive away. The other 3 were too busy talking to notice the gum disaster. Mom had definitely not recovered from the gum hair news. Her eyes had a glazed look of shock, which was saying something because her mother didn't get shocked easily. Not with Ashley, anyways. She dropped the other kids off and she turned to Ashley. I'll ask Brooke to be in charge. Mom waited, her fingers covering the sticky mess. First, Carrie with the hairbrush, and now this. What was it about long hair? When Mom came back to the van, she stared at Ashley. What happened to you? This was an awful situation. I'm in a not funny television comedy. Ashley closed her eyes for a few seconds. The most perplexing situation. My show is about a boy spitting gum straight into my hair, and I don't know what to do about it. A small laugh came from her mother. You mean you're in a quandary? Ashley sighed. She still couldn't get all of her spelling words right. That's what I meant, a quandary. She peeked at her mom. It's our spelling word today. Comedy, quandary, whatever. She remembered Landon's comment about her hair being in a tangle. Actually, Mother, in this case, I think comedy maybe works too. Her mom bit her lip. Sweetheart, it doesn't look that bad. She glanced over. We'll get it out. How? Ashley held the tangled up hair in the air. How are you going to get this out? Mom cleared her throat. Take you to the hairdresser. She might have a few tricks. She paused. If nothing else, she can cut it out. Ashley patted her mom's hand. Mother, scissors next to my head is a very uncomfortable and scary moment. Not if you sit still. Mom drove the van toward town again. But let's ask her to try some other things first. Mom parked the car at the hair place and looked again at the matted gum spot. Poor girl. Mom was right. Ashley covered her face again. This was the poorest day of 5th grade, even worse than her famous mud disaster day. They had barely sat down when a girl in a white coat called her name. Ashley Baxter? The girl seemed to be in high school, and she had spiked hair, which wasn't a very confident sign of Ashley keeping her long hair. Give her a chance, Mom whispered to her. It's her job to help people. That sounded nice. Ashley could feel her hands shaking, but maybe if she thought about the hair cutter girl as being helpful, that would go better. With one hand covering her gum hair, Ashley walked with the girl back to a spinny chair. She sat down, her hand still in place. Hello, her smile felt as shaky as her arms and legs. I need special help today. Perfect, the hairdresser lady grinned. I'm Amber. She looked at Ashley's hand, still covering the gum situation. Is something wrong with your hair? Yes. With no option left, Ashley moved her hand, and after a few seconds, she dared to look at herself. The massive mess seemed to have doubled in size since the last time she looked. Gum was fired into my hair from someone else's mouth. And now, she held up the ends of that chunk. Now this. Amber studied the situation. Someone was chewing that much gum? You have to know the kid. Ashley sank back in the chair. Well, let's see what we can do. Amber draped a plastic cloak over Ashley. Mom stood nearby. I was thinking maybe peanut butter or ice. Exactly. Amber smiled. I keep some around for this very reason. She stepped away. I'll be right back. Apparently, Ashley wasn't the only girl to have a gum disaster, but after 10 minutes of trying ice and peanut butter in that order, Ashley was only cold and wet and messy. Well, we might have to try scissors, Amber said. I'll only cut a little. Ashley's mom came closer and put her hand on Ashley's shoulder. It'll be okay. No, it wouldn't, but Ashley didn't say the words. What choice did she have? All she could do was watch Amber comb all her good hair to one side, every piece that wasn't matted with gum. The hair cutter girl stepped back and did a thinking type frown. This is tricky. Exactly, Ashley wanted to say, but she stayed quiet so Amber could figure out how to fix it. I can cut the gum out. The girl touched the matted side of Ashley's hair. She looked up, but once I blend everything, your hair is going to be a lot shorter. Mom looked at Amber. How short will it have to be? Amber put her hand near the base of Ashley's neck, about like this. Okay. Mom shook her head. Whatever you have to do, just get it out. Excuse me? Ashley raised her finger. I'd like to keep my hair long, thank you very much. The girl did a sad smile. I understand, sweetie. She combed Ashley's good side again. You have the most beautiful hair. In the end, it didn't matter if Amber was sad about cutting Ashley's hair or if Mom was still in shock. The germy, sticky gum had to go, so that meant her hair had to go too. Ashley closed her eyes tight so she wouldn't be witness to the terrible tragedy of seeing her hair fall to the ground. A snip here, a snip there, snip, snip, snip. Ashley kept her eyes closed through the whole thing. One side benefit was not seeing the scissors. It took away all the fear of being cut. You're doing great, Amber's voice sounded calm. Thank you. Ashley could feel cold air against her shoulders where hair was supposed to be. I'm really trying to be a good sport. Another minute of snipping and then Ashley felt the scissors stop. Okay, it's done. Amber sounded hopeful. The gum is all gone. Ashley opened just one eyeball and looked in the mirror. She took a deep breath and opened the other one. Near her face, her hair was chopped just below her ears. It got a few inches longer toward the back of her neck. Ashley stared at the girl in the mirror. Was that really her? The hair cutter girl seemed proud of her work. I'd say you look like a French model, very fashion forward. Thank you. Ashley stood and nodded at the girl. Before Mom could say anything, Ashley ran into her arms. It's kind of short. Not really. Mom put her hands on Ashley's shoulders and looked her over. You're so pretty. Ashley, shorter hair makes your face that much more beautiful. It was the #1 compliment Ashley had ever gotten. Choose joy, she told herself. Have an attitude of gratitude. You can do it. Ashley felt determination filling her. She grabbed a deep breath and gave her mom a mini grin. Maybe we won't need a bag after all. Her mom laughed out loud. No, I think not. Back at the house, Brooke was helping Carrie peel potatoes when Ashley and Mom walked in. Brooke stood still and studied her like she was looking at a painting in a museum. Doesn't look too bad, Ashley, she nudged Carrie. Right? Yeah, Carrie dried her hands and came closer, just a little different. What's that supposed to mean? Ashley didn't like what was happening here. Just then Luke came in from outside. He put the brakes on as soon as he saw Ashley. Whoa! He shuffled a few steps closer. His eyes grew wide, like he was seeing a real-life dinosaur. Why'd you cut your hair off, Ashley? That's it. The sun hadn't set, so Ashley ran out the door, down the porch stairs, all the way through the yard to the very back, where the rock sat against the stream. She climbed up and plopped down in the middle, and only then did she give her tears permission to escape. Why did he have to go and spit the gum at me? She said, the words to the sky for God to hear. But there was no answer. Ashley worked her fingers through her hair. She missed how long it used to be. After a few minutes, her tears stopped, and an afternoon breeze dried her cheeks. She was sitting right next to the word Baxter that Brooke had painted on the rock. Ashley traced it. Just maybe she had overreacted back at the house. But why couldn't her siblings say a compliment like Mom did? No one wanted to look different. Just then, Ashley saw the most amazing thing. Fluttering a few feet away from her was a black and orange butterfly. Ashley wiped her nose and stood. Samson? She pulled the sleeves of her sweater down and bunched them in her hands, tiptoeing over to the butterfly. Ashley was certain it was him. He must have listened to Lydia, and now he had come to say hello to Ashley. So she would know her hair looked nice. His wings fluttered a few times, and then he took off and flew up and away. Take me with you, Ashley called out till the butterfly disappeared beyond the trees. She heard a noise behind her, and a few seconds later, Brooke and Carrie appeared. Hey, Carrie climbed up on the rock and sat beside Ashley. I'm really sorry. Brooke followed and moved to Ashley's other side. We didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I like your hair, I really do. Ashley sniffed. You said it looked different. Well, it does. Brooke let out a friendly laugh. I'd be lying if I said it didn't. She put her arm around Ashley. But it also looks great. It's the new you, Ash. Carrie bumped shoulders with her. You look like an actress. Ashley's heart was starting to feel better. You mean it? Definitely, Carrie nodded. I'm sorry again. I forgive you. I forgive you, Ashley exhaled, long and slow. I mean, who spits gum in someone's hair? She shrugged. Anyway, he didn't mean it. He tries to be nice, she giggled. He keeps asking me to take him to my leader, she shrugged, whatever that means. All the girls laughed, and together they left the tree clearing. Hand in hand, they walked back to the house, talking about Elliot and the gum tangle and Ashley's new look. Ashley told them about Samson coming to see her at just the right time. Carrie and Brooke both thought that was nice. Ashley smiled at them. She liked having these sisters, and Aaron and Luke weren't bad either. That night, she did a sketch of herself with short hair, also a pile of her old, wonderful hair caught in a mess of gum on the floor beside her. Ashley studied the drawing. Maybe her class would think she was a different new girl, and overnight, she would have all these new friends. And maybe they'd love her short hair, even Landon Blake. Of course, if that happened, she would have Elliot to thank. Him and his giant piece of chewing gum and the biggest tangle ever. That's it for chapter 13.